Welcome to the Miryiad Season 1 Finals Championship match. First off, thank you for stopping by and checking out the video. If you like it, go ahead, leave a thumb up, comment what your favorite cards and decks are. But right now, I am going to be giving a gameplay analysis of both decks. This event happened on the 8th, so it's been about 2 weeks now. This is the first free time I have with a new baby to get some audio in. So on the left, we're going to have Chess Killer. He is piloting a air control deck. I would say it's meta deck right now. And then on the right, we have Big Daddy. He is playing a Bana control deck. If you're unfamiliar with the game or how it's played, there's a couple other videos explaining it. Go ahead, feel free to check those out beforehand. Drop in the Discord server, just kind of get a better feel for the game. But this is just going to be me giving raw gameplay comments and a shot by shot, just giving off what's going on. So without further ado, I will be playing the video in 2x speed and just letting it run, talking over from there. So here we go. Chess starts off by shuffling the deck. They're rolling dice. Big Daddy was able to go first this match, which is pretty big deal against Air, because that means Air doesn't get to start with those 3 soul points and pass, letting you interrupt or interact with your opponent. Opening up, he has quite a few good cards. He is playing Spectre Chicks in the build, so he can have some more just blockers, staying power. He's going to drop Bana in the back row, as you'll see here shortly. But yeah, he was able to get 2 Arachnodooms right off the bat, protecting some lanes, and he's going to bounce Spectre Chick to play Spectre Chick again. And then he passes over to Chess, and he's going to 8. Chess right now has a very good hand. He's got a Vanillify and he's got 2 no treats, so he can potentially stop majority of what Big Daddy's going to do, along with if Big Daddy has a banana field with 12 soul or 12 counters on it. If he tries to win, that Vanillify will help him out. Same with the Dire Stripe in his hand as well. So very good starting hand for him here. He plays a Wisteriaptor just to see what he can grab off the top here. He wouldn't be able to play the Heterodon. He could play the Falcon, but it would cost them a soul point, and it would cost them a card in hand to resolve the cost. So, I don't know. I think he may have just chosen not. Oh, he plays Dire Strife. Dire Strife on play, target a soul negate in effect, but Big Daddy doesn't really have anything up right now that would warrant that. So he bounces Wisteriaptor to repeat the effect. Yeah, getting a couple whiffs, but it's that's what happens when you gamble off the top there. So all of them will go to the bottom. He doesn't necessarily need to play anything off of Wisteriaptor, but he still draws a card with the life card, so at least he gets some advantage there. He passes the turn with 1 soul point, with plenty of interaction in his hand, and he passes over to Big Daddy. Right now, Big Daddy's main goal, main game plan, is to get that Bana as quick as possible. Because the sooner he can get soul points on that card, the sooner he can force out Chess's interaction and interrupt his gameplay. This is also a very hard match for Chess, because Big Daddy's not going to attack at him at all. So Chess is going to stay at on the left here, the air player. He is going to not have more than 3 soul points this entire game, so it does keep him locked, where cards like Self-Destructive can be very important. Big Daddy's kind of looking at his turn here. Got plenty of cards to play. I think here, if I was playing as Big Daddy, I would have tried to get the Lucky Crickets off. It would have gotten a ton of advantage in worst case scenario. Oh, okay. So he tries to go. Yep, he's just going for as many points as possible here. He does, though, attempt to play Lucky Cricket to try to get just the draw 3. And he does, and he gets the best boy, putting 2 soul points on him. Right now, Chess wants to hold on to those negates. Because right now, 2 soul points isn't going to win him the game. But once Bana gets to that 12, he has to activate his ability 1 more time to win. That's when Chess wants to interact, right at that moment. So if he burns his interaction now, it could cost him the game later. Yeah, Chess is just absolutely crazy starting hand right now, or starting it into the middle game here. Getting just great draws. Dropping Veggie Man, getting rid of 2 guys he no longer needs, and now this gives Chess a free soul point effectively on his opponent's turn to play a floor ambush card from hand. So, and this also will help him start swinging down that middle lane, trying to get to the Bana, because that's the next goal, right? Is if you can't negate the effect, then kill a guy. But he plays Puerwary with the life card, and he's going to pick one of these 3 cards to add to hand. All 3 of them are very good in the deck right now. So he grabs Bottle of Souls, places these the Sudden Revival and the Gale Fury on the bottom and draws. Yeah, just a crazy hand right now. Still got, yep. So going down 1, swinging down the lane, and he reveals Arachnid Doom. Yep. So from here, he'll use his last soul point to negate the effect of Arachnid Doom. Then he'll play Bottle of Souls, get a soul point. Then he'll play Bottle of Vitality, ready Veggie Man, attack again. He has another Arachnid Doom, and Chess again has to burn a Vanillify here. This was a very expensive turn for Chess. This is, yeah. Chess lost almost all of his resources. This is a very pivotal point in the game, because if Big Daddy was able to capitalize off of this, it would have been huge. Yeah, he most likely would have won here, and he does get some great advantage here. So, yep, goes with the Spectre Chick, drawing a card. He was stuck on this one because he has the Vanillify in hand, but if he wants to draw any more cards with Lucky Cricket, he's got to get rid of that Vanillify. It's kind of how it works. Lucky Cricket's a great card, but sometimes sacrifices need to be made. Yeah. I think I let him know here that he did it. Yep. He's still got 3 cards in hand. Very good start. And now it's up to Big Daddy to just capitalize off of this. I think, yeah, he goes Tome, yeah. Bounces Toadbert, gets an additional soul point, which is perfect. Drop it right on Bana. Toadbert's a great card in the Bana strategy just because you get to play it. It's a free blocker. And if you also have that air life card that lets you flicker effectively, you get a free soul point off of it. So it lets you get a little more soul points ahead. Plus, what makes Bana just such a great deck is that it wants to be hit as much as possible, and you'll keep losing life cards, you keep getting more soul points. So it's like a double negative with your opponent attacking you. So this is going to be a very pesky deck if you don't have the right resources. But Chess, again, ended up just getting such a crazy top deck. He got 2 Puerwaries, which is going to let him filter for answers. He got a Gale Fury, which lets him get a Wits cards, and right now he's going to spend some soul points to try to break the line here, cause Big Daddy to use some resources, and ends up playing another Veggie Man, which 3,000 beater against Bana deck, there's not too much else. I mean, everything pretty much beats all these guys. Everyone has like 100 attack here, Bana has 0. So he's going to use his last soul point to look for answers, and he found quite a few. He found a Vanillify, Yatagarasu, which lets him close out the game if needed, and Hederadan, which lets him reset effectively. And he grabs the Hederadan. Other 2 to bottom. The Yatagarasu is a rough one because currently Yatagarasu is limited to 1 in competitive constructed. So he's not going to see that again for a while. But Big Daddy's turn. He is looking at a really solid hand. He just needs to spend soul points to get Bana built up, get some more resources. Yeah. And he gets 3 really good hits here. Moonflash completely negates attack. Cut the Wire. If your opponent attacks 3 or more times that turn, you just pop a guy. And then another Bana can be if you feel like you need to stabilize or not. But in this case, he doesn't. He's in a very good spot. Trying to decide whether or not he needs to play more guys or just drop a Bottle of Souls and just start pumping points onto Bana. Yep, he bounces the Cricket. In response, Chess is going to play Puerwary, try to look for a Vanillify or something that can stop the Cricket. But he does not find it. He does find a Dire Strife, but he can no longer play cards this turn to use that 1 free soul point. Big Daddy pitches the cards, draws 3, and he's got a very nice looking hand now. It's now we're in that late stage. Big Daddy just needs to make sure Bana can survive. He's just going to drop all of them. I think he drops 3. No, yeah, he drops all 4. Or 3, yes. And that last soul point, he passes turn with. He has that Puerwary in hand, so he can interact on his opponent's turn, just in case Chess, which very likely negates like 10 different interaction pieces that Big Daddy has. Chess, at this point, is realizing, I think this may have been the first time he played against this style of deck, but he is realizing right now what danger this is, because if he can't find a way to break through that middle line, he is most likely out of luck. He has access to all of his life cards still. Normally in a game of Miryiad, yeah, you're going to break down your life cards one at a time, but in this case, he's going to keep access majority for the rest of the time. Chess is going to attack with Veggie Man. Big Daddy's going to attempt to Moon's Embrace. Chess is going to play Gale Fury. He did not sacrifice a soul off of Gale Fury, to my knowledge. Oh, I think he did. Oh, yep, he did. There we go. Chess is then going to play Heterodon, recycling the Gale Fury and the Puerwary. So we'll go back to hand, and then he draws a card. Big Daddy's going to play Puerwary and look at the top 3 and add 1 to hand. Again, all 3 adds the no treats directly to hand. He wants to stop those vanillafies. He wants to stop those negates. Because that's really the only thing stopping him from winning the game. Chess right now is just trying to figure out, yeah, he'll pass with 1 soul point. Big Daddy draws 2 to start his turn with 4 soul points. He could win this turn if Chess didn't have interaction. And yeah, that's what he's going to attempt to do. He's going to just drop all 12 on there. He's going to Dire Strife Bana, attempting to prevent Bana from winning the game. Because at this point, he stops him at a certain amount of counters. Let's see. Yeah. So Tome of Consistency. So this turn, for now, Big Daddy is not going to be able to put counters on Bana. Yeah, they rewound a couple bit. It was more of a casual competitive game. Big Daddy and, I know it's end of season, you should be a little more competitive, but Big Daddy and Chess are good friends. They just kind of go with it as they see fit. But yep, Big Daddy is doing the proper way, 1 point at a time, putting it on. Chess is going to attempt to negate, and then this is where the spell slinging happens. Gale Fury, negating the Vanillify. Yeah. So if he hadn't used his Tome of Consistency there, he would have been able to win the game. He could have used his bottom life card, Flicker the Toadbird, used that last soul point, won the game. However, in this case, that's just not how it all panned out. But that's okay. That's what the nice thing about Miryiad is. There is a insanely high skill ceiling. You're going to not only have to learn your opponent's deck, but you're also, well, you don't have to learn your opponent's deck, but knowing your deck is 90% of the battle. The other 10% is playing where your opponent plays and kind of adapting to the scenarios that are thrown out ahead of you. Utilizing cards sometimes ahead of schedule may cost you a turn or 2 of winning, or it may even cost you the game in the end. But here we see Chess dropping Sudden Revival. Big Daddy doesn't mind too much about this. Chess can bring back as many souls as he wants. He just needs to resolve the Bana next turn. He brings back a Veggie Man, which, very good. And Big Daddy ends up scooping it up. He did have Cut the Wire in hand, but he could have flickered something as well and brought it back to his side of the field. So that could have, depending on how everyone played out. But Big Daddy lost game 1, so he's going to go, or choose to go first here, which again, great to do, especially against the air player. He's got a great hand. He's got Bana in hand. He's got Lucky Cricket. He's got interaction. He leads with Spectra Chick just to get a free draw off of him, free blocker. Again, he draws right into Puerwary, which is a great card. Tome of Consistency, he's going to put Cricket to the bottom to draw 2. It's perfectly fine. Draws into 2, again, probably the best interaction in the game right now. Dropping Puerwary to reveal top 3 and add 1 to hand. Okay. The deck is just full of very good cards. Yep, he's going to put Arachnodoom in a hand, use the last soul point. Bana, he is stating his intentions fully. He is playing Bana. He's going to go as quick as he can. At the end of his turn, Chess Killer is going to play a Falcon. Falcon, free play, but you have to discard a card at random from your hand to dust. And this was actually a very good hit off of the Falcon, getting rid of that Vital of Vitality. Could have been much worse if he would hit Yatagarasu, but gotta look at the positives. So Chess starts off by playing a Stormy Leader Drake behind the Falcon. He's got a lot of options here. I mean, yep, he plays the Wary. Let's just reveal. He's got two really good choices. He's going to add the Veggie Man. Great choice there. And he's still got one soul point along with a life card activation. So he could choose, yep, Flicker. And he gets to add any of these three cards. In this case, yeah, Quetzalcoatl is very good. It's just, again, nothing really that the Bana deck can beat. Still got a soul point. He swings in to Spectre Chick, cracking the Chick. And going to Big Daddy's turn, he drew the one of Jet Black Cat. This is the only other card in competitive constructed that is currently limited to one, mainly because you could just, it's a very powerful engine in its own with a lot of these Woods cards, and set one specifically. So it's a very good draw for him to play, but he's going to play the other great card in his deck, Toadbird, free soul point, free blocker. All great things. He's got a lot of options here that he can do. He's got two Vanillafies and two No Treats in his hands. That could burn up all of Chess's resources in a single turn. He's going to Flicker, yeah, get an additional soul point, and just throw all four of them onto Bana. Going over to Chess's turn, he's going to draw two, got a Gale Fury, excellent draw, and Sudden Revival, which at some point could become vital for Chess if he needs to get that extra swing in, because returning to the battlefield doesn't cost a soul point, so that could be a free soul point to maybe swing in right away. But he's going to start swinging, he's going to try to kill the Tobert. Chess is going to, or Big Daddy's going to lead with Moon's Embrace, preventing all attacks. He's going to try to counter with Gale Fury. Vanillify is going to target Gale Fury, negating the attack. He still has to sacrifice a soul in order to play it, so he's going to sacrifice Wary. So a very good exchange for Big Daddy, because that gives him an entire turn to build up Bana, get those extra soul points, and keep going from there. Chess is trying to figure out what to do with that last soul point, or if he doesn't even want to do anything, just save it for a Dire Strife. But here, and he tries to play Veggie Man, but realizes he cannot. Veggie Man takes 2 souls of life cost 1 or less, so he'll end up returning Gale Fury and the other level 1 here in a second. He's reading the card. There we go. So still, it's got that 1 soul point. It's just kind of figuring out what to do with it, if he wants to do anything at all. Air is very adept at just passing with 3 and going. Didn't use any life cards this turn yet, too, so that is also very helpful. Yep, he's going to play the Wisteriaptor. And all 3 will go to the bottom. He didn't have any soul points to play there, so Wisteriaptor is just kind of just filtering the deck at this point. It's just plotting out everything in Chess's deck besides Wisteriaptor will take out a body, whereas Wisteriaptor will have to trade. So he's going to Flicker Wisteriaptor. Or, yeah, he flickers Wisteriaptor, plays a Aerodon, which is very good, and he can return any of his souls back to hand. He did play a soul last turn, and at this point Big Daddy could choose to Vanillify, or just kind of let it go through, which it's fine if it does. Could bring back the Gale Fury, which is very good. Falcon also, so free play, it comes in ready, can start swinging right away. Big Daddy draws into 2, again, very great cards. Moon Flash will stop an entire attack. Wary lets you filter for 3 cards, and a lot of the cards in the deck are quick play, so oftentimes you're going to get a replacement answer. leading off with the Puerwary, looking top 3, looking for some more answers. He gets 2 Bottle of Souls, and got to add that one. That's going to give you some more points to the win. Yep. Leading with the Bottle of Souls, just to see if chess may interact with it. And that's how you usually have to play against the air deck, is try to bait something out. Try to get them to either blow all their interaction early, so that then it's like, I know I can play. I know I can do what I want to do. But here, Big Daddy plays the Black Cat face down. He plays the Spider face down. And then the last 2 points will go to Bana. And at the end of his turn, Chess will play Falcon. Get that extra swing in there. So he's going to discard a card at random to dust, and that was a hit. Dire Strife is not something Bana likes, so excellent play. Chess draws into a Gale Fury and a Stormy Little Drake. Stormy Little Drake in a normal game is going to be a blocker or just a trump swinger, but in this game it's pretty useless. It's not going to die too much, if ever. And then Gale Fury, excellent card. He's got 2 in hand, but he has no effect negation in hand. This is a bad spot for Chess, because if Big Daddy somehow pulls off a bigger turn next turn, or if Chess breaks a life card, it could just mean the end of the game, winning with the Bana. But he's going to go in, try to play or attack with Falcon. He's going to Moonflash, try to get a bait, and he does. Vanillify here, vanillifying the Gale Fury to prevent the... Yep, there you go. Yeah, we'll go over that later, but great trade of resources there. And the last soul point. Let's see. He still can't play Veggie Man, but he can play Stormy. He could drop Quetzalcoatl, but yeah. And that does let him also sudden revival something as well, which again comes in ready, so next turn he can start swinging without having to worry about using soul points to ready. So Big Daddy is in a very good spot here in terms of getting the soul points onto Bana uninterrupted and potentially winning. He's got the Jet Black Cat in the bottom left-hand corner, and he's got the Arachnodoom in the bottom right-hand corner, so if Chess tries to get around and swing in for some absurd amount of damage, he's not going to be able to. Yep, Big Daddy's going to tome. He's going to put his Toadbird to the bottom because he doesn't necessarily need it right now. He's going to draw 2, see what he gets, which he got. He got some stuff. Lucky Cricket here is very, very good. It's going to let him filter for some more Wits cards. The unfortunate thing is he can't do the double flicker where he uses the life card to bounce it and return it to hand. Yep, he's going to get the Sudden Revival, Banana, hand, draw 3. Answers, all the answers. That's a pretty good showing of cards. Of course, the last 2 soul points on Bana. Passes turn to Chess. Chess's draw is going to draw 2 interaction, or he's going to draw a Veggie Man and a No Trees. Right now, Chess is not in a good spot. He's in a very bad spot, actually. He could play with Stereopter and try to go for some cheap, get another guy out in the field and then play a Heterodon or Sudden Revival it, bounce it back, do something like that. But he swings in with Quetzalcoatl. Big Daddy's going to take 1 almost broken life card. He's going to return Quetzalcoatl back to hand. And he's going to play Stormy Little Drake, which swings in, kills it just fine. And then this is where the Sudden Revival is very good. He's going to attempt to negate the spell slinging. And Big Daddy ends up having the more no treats this time. Chess could play Gale Fury. And that would stop this. But he would still be able to no treats the no treats, or he would still be able to no treats that no treats. So Sudden Revival would resolve, or Sudden Revival wouldn't resolve regardless. So that is what Chess is trying to figure out right now. Does he want to spend that soul point? But in reality, he doesn't need to. He can just accept the exchange and call it a day. Big Daddy would lose those 2 life points. Yep, he is going to do it. Because, yeah, it's another attacker regardless. Just because, yep, he's going to no treats. Yeah. He's understanding the perplexing situation that has occurred. Yeah, chess is in a horrible spot. This is, he is not getting any good draws off the top deck. He hasn't been able to get the Wisteriaptors or the Puer Weries out to successfully resolve. So from here, Big Daddy is going to use Tome or the book. Big Daddy can win right here. Obviously, hindsight is 20/20. And he wouldn't know what chess has in his hand currently. But Toadbert, he could have played it, could have then flickered it with the tome and dropped all 5 soul points onto Bana. The right way to do that is you would use 1 soul point at a time to put him on Bana, see if you can bait out a Vanillify, and then gotta go from there. But he's still gonna use Toadbert. Toadbert's free, gives you a soul point. And then he does it. So I'm prefacing, Big Daddy is a reanimator or an aggressive player. He plays it safe this time, but he's played this deck a couple times now, but this isn't his main deck, so to speak. Whereas chess, he is our local air connoisseur, very good with the deck. And the Toma consistency does give him quite a few answers here. Drops the last 3 onto Bana. He's just 2 soul points off for that win. And then chess starts drawing better. Chess gets a Wisteriaptor, which is going to let him filter through some of his deck more, and the Vanillify. He knows that Big Daddy does not have another no treats in hand, which is huge. It's going to effectively mean that chess can play a Vanillify on the Bana uninterrupted. There's nothing he can do. So chess to lead off. He's going to start trying to kill this middle lane. He's going to attempt to, or Big Daddy's going to Moonflash. Effect resolves. Chess will bounce. Gale Fury, playing Wisteriaptor. Wisteriaptor reveals top 3. You could just go Wisteriaptor again. And then just, yep, there you go. He's going to be able to look at the top 3 again, setting up that attack for next turn. He doesn't care too much if these guys particularly die, but wow. And then he gets 2 Dire Stripes and a Falcon. Now Big Daddy is on the back step because chess has effectively 2 turns he can stop Big Daddy. But he decides not to play any of them, just keeping the 1 Vanillify in hand, and he'll be able to draw off the top because of life, and draws into a Vanillify. Big Daddy, when you see this, I'm so sorry if you have to. It's just a really tough draw. You can't always draw bad, right? But Big Daddy's turn. He's going to draw the 2. He draws another Bana, which can be helpful in a situation like Big Daddy's about to experience. He also drew a Self-Destructive. Since chess isn't going to really get through this wall until the win, Big Daddy knows he's lost, he could pop a life card, and that could give him another soul point next turn, which just gets him even closer to winning with Bana every single turn. He does have a lot of choices, though, here. First thing he'll do is he'll flicker Lucky Cricket, which is an excellent choice as well. He pitches Self-Destructive, and he could pitch Bana here. Sudden Revival could just bring it back, but he decides to discard the Sudden Revival as well. Great interaction. He gets the Vanillify. He gets the Moon's Embrace. Unfortunately, he's got, again, Chess has got the 2 Vanillifys in hand. It's a tough. That's no negations in hand. If he was able to get his Jet Black Cat to be destroyed, he could get 2 back, but then even then he could still Vanillify, which you're going to watch Big Daddy actually try to do here in a second. There's the Jet Black Cat. Swings into the Arachnodoom. He's going to Vanillify. I forget which one he Vanillifies here. Oh, both of them didn't have to be destroyed there. At this point, I know we're playing the video in 2 times speed, but at this point, the game 2, we're now in about an hour. And not only is Big Daddy playing a deck he wants to win, but he doesn't particularly enjoy. But just playing against air, once you start getting into that longer gameplay, it can be very grueling, which is something we've been play testing with and trying to look at. But Big Daddy's going to try to Moon's Embrace, just protect the lane. He's going to Moon's Embrace again. Chess somehow doesn't have any more interaction, but he's still going to have to sack a card. He'll lose some life here. Yep, he'll be able to shuffle in and draw a card, which, great card, but still, Chess has that Vanillify in hand. He really needed that Jet Black Cat to effect activate. Chess now just trying to clean up the board, get some more effects going, dropping Heterodon, letting him refresh the Gale Furies and the Wisteria Raptors. Bottle of Souls. He's got a lot of cards in hand. There we go. So right now, Big Daddy just has to figure out how to get around that last Vanillify in hand. What Big Daddy could have done is he could have just attempted to win, force out the Vanillify if he does have it. He doesn't know. But he's going to try to bounce the Lucky Cricket, pitch the Bottle of Souls and the Spectre Chick for Toadbird and Spectre Chick, and another Spectre Chick. Toadbird, free soul points. Spectre Chick lets you draw. And right now, Big Daddy's he's running on fumes. His deck is almost out. He needs to win now, or it's more likely not going to happen. He's drawn, searching for answers, searching for wits cards. He's going to attempt to win. Great choice. Forces the Vanillify. Still got 2 points. So, unfortunately, can't use Bana anymore this turn, but as long as Chess doesn't get a... Well, he could even get a Dire Strife, which would negate an effect, and he could Vanillify it. Chess would also have the Gale Furies, but no soul points to play on. Nothing good for Chess off of the Wisteria after it ended turn, so he'll just go to his turn. A Falcon, very good, and Sudden Revival. This is a bad hand for Big Daddy. He does not want to see this. So he's going to swing in for one, they'll trade. Swing in again, trade here. And now Chess has one more soul point, but he has 2 ways to get a soul on the battlefield for free. He's going to lead with Sudden Revival. He's going to bring back Falcon. Great choice. So from here, he has still that 1 soul point, so he could swing in, or he could set up for next turn. And he goes for it. Big Daddy did have one more card in hand that would have won him the game here. Which was the Cut the Wire. Since Chess, that was his 3rd attack, he could have blocked that and he could have gone for it. But it's a long game, especially with control grindy matchups like this. It takes a lot of energy to get through, so that's usually what happens. But they're calling it. Big Daddy's out of cards. There's no way he's going to be able to recover from this. Chess is just, he's got him in a spot now where he's out of gas. He's out of everything. But thank you so much for watching the Season 1 end of the Miryiad trading card game. If you're anyone interested in the gameplay or wanted to take a look, see what's going on, please hop into the Discord or the website. I'll link those in the description below. Otherwise, you have a wonderful rest of your day. See you soon.